Morning, Steve Ray in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, we're checking with all the authorities and things like that, but today the sun is actually shining in Chicago, so we don't know how long that's going to last, but rains are expected to come back in next week. It's interesting when you look at the forecast, the southeast part of the plains and the Delta over the next 10 days could see 10 inches of rain, adding to problems there. And in the Midwest, we should see 1.5 to 4.5 inches of rain. Some people think that by Monday, the U.S. corn crop will be 19 to 22% planted. Historically, plantings are usually 55 to 60% done by the end of this week, which means 60 to 65% of the U.S. corn crop will be planted after May 10th, which some people say is the deadline for a yield drag. So we'll see if that has any impact on the corn crop. Next week, we've got two big events. We'll have the Chinese trade delegation visiting at the end of the week. Some people think we're close to a deal. Other people think that we might need a couple more one-on-ones to actually hammer out a deal. And then the other thing is on Friday we got a USDA report, and this is a big report because it comes out with 19 and 20 first guesses by the USDA for world and U.S. supply and demand for all crops. And so a lot of people think that they'll show increase in carryouts, and that could be a little bit negative to the market. But again, it's a lot up to do with weather, and especially U.S. weather and what the impact is. Because we already know the South American crops are fine, and the European and the Russian crops are improving. So the key will be the U.S. crops. So the question is, will the funds cover? Going into Sunday night, weather could be a big trade if it's still wet across the Midwest, going into the trade delegation and going into the USDA report. We estimate that they're short 70 wheat, 286 corn, 165 beans, and short 34 meal and 17 oil. We also noted that CBOT declared a condition of force majeure due to loadout impossibilities at the majority of the corn, soybean, regular shipping stations on the Illinois and Mississippi River. So this weather is impacting logistics, but not really affecting price yet. I would think that when we look at the lows recently in July corn, that might be value for now until we know exactly what kind of weather we're going to have. Current lows in the beans might be value, even though most of the news is bearish beans because of the possible deal down the road. And the wheat market could also be close to value, even though we're looking at big crops in 2019 outside the United States. If a trade deal includes China coming and buying U.S. wheat, the wheat market will probably rally on that news and cover some of its shorts. So again, more rain is coming into the Midwest. We'll see how that impacts prices and yield potential for the corn crop. Too much soybeans in the world will probably limit the upside in beans unless we have a deal. And the same could be said about wheat. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and sunny and profitable trading day.